Think of the largest river system on Earth, a single, winding waterway pushing more volume through its banks than any other river on the planet, carving a path straight through the heart of a continent. This map reveals a sprawling green empire. Spanning over 5.5 million square kilometers, the Amazon basin ignores human borders entirely, spilling across 9 different South American nations. It is a massive, living engine. The sheer volume of plant life here pulls in staggering amounts of carbon and breathes out oxygen, acting as a crucial regulator for global climate cycles. Yet, despite its enormous size and importance to our survival, the Amazon remains largely a mystery. To actually understand what thrives inside this biological black box, we have to look past the top layer and dive below the clouds. Down here, the numbers begin to defy logic. You are looking at a system built by over 400 billion individual trees, making up 16,000 distinct species. This cross-section illustrates how all that foliage creates a nearly solid physical barrier. The canopy forms a thick green roof that intercepts the sun, leaving less than 1% of the light to ever actually touch the soil. Moving through this lower realm requires fighting for every inch. Towering root structures and thick, tangled vines create a maze so dense that travelers often have to manually cut their way forward with machetes. This extreme density and perpetual twilight create an evolutionary vacuum. It isolates the forest floor, allowing life to develop in a specialized world entirely detached from the rest of the planet. In this isolated arena, extreme conditions bred extreme predators. Take the largest big cat in the Americas, the jaguar. With immense muscle mass and a highly specialized jaw, it is capable of crushing the skull of its prey in a single bite. The waterways hold giants of their own. The green anaconda uses the murky rivers for camouflage, with some individuals growing over 30 feet long and weighing upward of 200 kilograms. Sharing those same waters is the black caiman, an aquatic giant that can reach 20 feet in length, dominating the rivers alongside schools of razor-toothed piranhas. But not all threats are massive. The poison dart frog is a fraction of the size of these predators, yet its vibrant skin is packed with enough toxins to kill multiple humans. This level of lethality is the result of millions of years of fierce competition inside a dark, high-stakes environment where every evolutionary niche is occupied by a specialized predator. And it turns out the thick jungle walls are incredibly effective at concealing human life as well. Deep within the interior, entire communities are living completely off the grid. These uncontacted tribes have never established a relationship with the outside world. They rely exclusively on the forest canopy for shelter and sustenance, practicing survival traditions that have remained intact for millennia. Because the terrain is nearly impossible to cross, the Amazon acts as a geographic time machine. It provides a massive sanctuary where ancient ways of life continue, completely shielded from modern technology. For decades, anthropologists looked at this harsh environment and made a logical assumption. A place this difficult to survive in could never have supported large-scale, complex human civilizations. This 3D model demonstrates how researchers are bypassing that barrier using aerial drones equipped with LiDAR technology. These scanners fire laser pulses that slip through the gaps in the leaves, allowing scientists to virtually strip away the canopy and look directly at the solid ground below. These structures aren't isolated. They are part of a continuous, basin-wide network. LiDAR reveals hundreds of sites connected by miles of elevated roads and massive earthworks that required a high degree of social organization and labor. This level of infrastructure indicates that the region once sustained a population numbering in the millions. Today, as sections of the forest are cleared, the physical remnants of these discoveries are finally seeing the light of day, revealing perfectly shaped geometric mounds and trenches. Centuries of forest growth have obscured a massive archaeological record. The Amazon is an overgrown archive of a sophisticated, forgotten society. But the dense walls that successfully protected this historical and biological fortress for thousands of years are now being systematically dismantled at a staggering rate. Millions of trees are currently being stripped away. The clearing is driven largely by the massive expansion of heavy agriculture, aggressive logging, and large-scale open-pit mining operations that carve directly into the basin. This industrial clearing, paired with shifting global weather patterns, is rapidly destabilizing the moisture cycle of the region. Areas that were once too wet to catch fire are now falling victim to devastating, uncontrolled burns. It leaves us in a bitter situation. The exact same modern industrial and technological capabilities that finally allow us to map and understand the jungle's deep past are the forces driving its permanent erasure. If the current rate of habitat destruction continues, countless undocumented species, uncontacted human communities, and unexplored ancient ruins will simply vanish before the end of the century. In response, a massive network of environmental organizations and researchers are aggressively pushing back, working to shield these remaining territories from further industrial expansion. We are actively burning the greatest biological and historical archive on the planet, and right now, the race is on to protect it, before we destroy a wealth of irreplaceable knowledge we haven't even had the chance to read yet.